Hi. I haven't done one of these in a while. Still haven't shaved. I'm at the corner of East 9th and Lakeside in downtown Cleveland. I'm going to call this the Hot Corner. I did a couple videos. It's been 2 years now. Summer of 2018 that I did these videos. The first video that I did, I was talking about that building, big building over there, Tower Erie View. It had traded for not a whole lot of money, about 20 bucks a foot. In the last 2 years, that building really hasn't done that much. The only thing it made news recently was losing one of its lead tenants, Weston Hurd, to another building that I talked about. I'm going to spin around here. It's kind of that brownish building in the background there. What used to be called Bond Court, now called AECom Center. They were the gainer of that tenant, Western Hurd, pretty prized tenant for downtown Cleveland. So AECom Center was also sold around that same time, a little bit more, probably about 50, 60 bucks a foot. That building has actually done pretty well. Third building I'm going to talk about, I talked about this one, the Ellipse 45 Erie View. That also recently made news because that building is being put up for auction. The auction starts in about a week. Opening bid is $9 million for that building. It's about 500,000 square feet, built in 1981, was built for AT&T, single purpose built, totally vacant. So it's had certainly its trials and tribulations. And I'm going to spin around and add one more to the mix on the Hot Corner. This building, North Point Tower. Haven't talked about that one in a while. That building was bought by Hertz several years ago. They put some money into that building, have upgraded the common areas, have done some nice jobs with the tenancy in those buildings. Jones Day, top 10 law firm in the world, is an anchor tenant there. And that building is rumored to be potentially coming on the market for sale. So it looks like Hertz may be thinking about trying to harvest some capital and take their potential gain, if they can achieve it in this environment, and move on. So a lot going on. A couple years later, in some instances nothing going on, in some instances a lot going on this Hot Corner. So the last thing I wanted to talk about on the Hot Corner is, I'm going to spin around here. So there's the intersection. You guys are looking at the intersection. I'm at 4:30 on a Friday afternoon in downtown Cleveland. There is not a lot going on. Let me tell you folks, ordinarily, under normal circumstances, this interchange would be packed with traffic going home to enjoy a beautiful summer weekend. But the COVID-19 factor is certainly and very apparent still 3 months later in downtown Cleveland. So now you have seen what I see at PBC. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, profitable week ahead.